I do like the Splatoon 3 motion controls much better than Splatoon 2, but Splatoon 3 motion controls still cannot deal with close-up combat as well as I'd like them to. Turn your sensitivity up? No, my sensitivity is where I want it to be. It's not that. I'm saying that, like, when someone's up close to you, you have to, like, instead of aiming on reaction, you're aiming on prediction. I mean, that's just how it is. You can't fight that because even if the motion controls are better than Splatoon 2, there's still slight input lag. So while you're turning this way and the guy goes this way, you'll move your controller there, but then the crosshair has to catch up with it. It's very little, but you can still feel it. And some people just don't notice it, and that type of stuff, for whatever reason, I just notice. Plus, I mean, again, statistically, that's just what's going on, too. It's not as good as, like, Splatoon 1, or just, like, it's not raw input. That's just how it's gonna be. That's just how it is. You just gotta make up for it. You gotta predict where they're gonna go and shoot there! You can train aim on reaction in this game, though. It just takes a lot of muscle memory. Sure, you can train on reaction. I mean, I'm not saying that it's all prediction. That would be absurd. What I'm saying is, like, if someone's right in your face, like going like this, you can't really react well, because when someone's right up on you, the motion controls are not raw input enough to deal with that efficiently. You can train yourself to adapt to the way like Splatoon 3 motion controls work so that you know how to deal with it better, but it's not where I would like it. I'm not saying that's an enormous issue and it makes me sad and how can I play this anymore? What I'm saying is, instead of acting purely off reaction where I'd like to, like I'd like to work purely off reaction, when someone's straight into your face, you kind of have to work with predictions. Plus, you know, and other times you have to work with prediction is, for the Splatling, for example, you have to lead the Splatling shots, because when you're moving your crosshair, not enough players. I'm sure there aren't enough players in the world to play a game of Splatoon. Yeah, I felt really good earlier. This just, after you play several games, it's like, I want to play, but I don't know if it's going to help my ability to remember muscle memory and stuff. Sometimes when you train too much, you train backwards. And that's what most dually players aim for, then camera fighting up close. Yes. Yeah, some of the dualies, especially I think the Dapple dualies, are like one of the closest ranged guns. And I've trained so much also with, like, the Splatling, for example, that's really long range. And that's how I prefer to play. So, well, I mean, not prefer, but that's how I play normally. So I just have to get used to the up-close-ness of... what I'm doing right now is not what you want to do. Oh my gosh. So it's kind of a conflict of playstyle. I'd say, I mean, I guess in a way you could say that. I'm just not... My muscle memory's not trained to do up close as much as it is at range. And I want to train up close because I like using the splatter shot. And when I'm focused, I feel like I do really well with it. It's just when I start losing focus, that's one of the things that goes first. My ability to do up close range combat. I can't even think of where I'm at right now because I'm talking. You may want a higher sense for up close combat, but that may be counterintuitive to what you're saying, though. I've been playing around with sensitivity for up close combat, and I think where it is right now is where I want to keep it. I just have to play more. It really just comes down to playing more and getting used to where you read the Inkling's movement. I feel like that's a big part of this game is they're learning the ability to read where the enemy inkling is going. Because not only do you kind of have to predict where they're shooting or where they're moving, just in general, but you can't see them half the time because they're bouncing around in their ink, in their ink. So you kind of just have to predict where to go. What I'm doing is not good. Yeah, see, the reason I aimed left and right there was because I didn't know if she was going to go left or right. Terrible tracking. I can learn over with time. Oh my gosh. You see how I'm moving the controller up and down, but the crosshair is kind of staying in one spot? That shows the lag and the smoothing of at least the Y-axis. The X-axis is much better.